Well, I set that one up printing last night. Forgot about it this morning. Probably just as well. That didn't work, did it? It's a real mess. Probably because it was very thin and flat. That always has a tendency to lift up. Oh well. Shame really. Looks like it got most of it done before it came loose. Never mind. We'll give it another try and then we'll abandon it. Well, I gave it a second attempt while we went out for our lunch. I think we can safely say that ain't gonna work, is it? Hi guys. This is another one of those wooden kits that I've converted to a 3D printer file, or an STL. It failed 3 times or more. Failed with the dark green, failed with the light green. I'm using up old scraps of filament anyway, which doesn't help. But this time I redesigned it and put a frame all the way around it with little bits of sprue, as they call it, to hold each piece in place, thinking that would help to print it. But I was standing here and watching it print, and the outer edge was virtually the last bit it did. It did a lot of this stuff in here before it did the outside edge. So my idea of the outside edge and the sprue or the branches going in to hold it all in place was a waste of time. I've no doubt if I'd have actually watched the simulation, I'd have realised that. But I've been standing here watching it go to see when it fails, and I was quite surprised. It didn't do what I thought it would do. I thought it would do the outside edge first. I was so confident it would do the outside edge first that I didn't have a skirt on it. Normally you'd put a skirt around the outside. Well, I say normally, I usually put a skirt around the outside, which allows the printer to get some filament on the bed before it gets going on the important stuff. Anyway, at the moment, it doesn't look too bad. There's a couple of light coloured bits there, which means it hasn't gripped the bed properly there. I tried cleaning the bed. I always clean it, but I tried extra cleaning it, and that was with the light green, and it still came off. I re-leveled it, repositioned it, and this time I put glue on it. Elmer's glue, which is what I use when I'm having trouble. And it does seem to have stuck so far. It certainly got further than the last attempt. But I just thought that was interesting. I thought it would have done the outside edge first, and it didn't. It just got on. In fact, the first bit it did was that little circular bit there, and then that bit, and then that piece there, and then it did a whole load of the stuff over on this side. And then when it got right up the top there, it then went back round and did about 2/3 of the outside edge, and then it went round and carried on. It didn't do the full outside edge until quite a long time into the print. Anyway, we will come back later and see how it gets on. That bit looks all right. Hopefully. Positive thinking, eh? Well, looks like it's got the first layer down. And so these light coloured bits, I reckon that's where it's not on the bed properly, not stuck down. But hopefully all these branches, as I call them, or sprue that I put on there, should help to link it all together so it shouldn't peel up. We're only 14% of the way into it. 30 minutes, 33 minutes. It's about a 3.5 hour print. Yeah, we'll come back later. Well, it got there in the end. And about that stringy bit up there. Quite a bit of stringing for something that's only 1 millimeter high. Yeah, that was a real struggle printing that. Anyway, we'll take it downstairs and put it together. Finished. That's what it's supposed to look like. Got that off Pinterest. And that took me to a site, it's a Russian site, where you can download the JPEG files. So I scanned it in, edited it, converted it to STL, and printed it. And that was a lot harder than it probably looked. At the beginning of the video, I probably told you it failed 3 times. But we got there in the end. It's not perfect by any means. Especially those bits under the tail. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.